It's moving. It's Young People Nation.
Welcome to Young People Nation. Listen to us weekly as we commit to bring transparency, healing, and truth to the everyday situations in life that might bring you down. Join us for your weekly dose of inspiration. Thank you for listening to Young People Nation. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And now, here's your host, Eugene and Donna Perry.
Let's go. Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Giving the world to the project.
Welcome to Young People Nation.
Hey,
How you doing today, Mr. Perry?
I am doing great, and I just want to say, I just think get up for doing this for us. They've been excellent, and also happy birthday, dear.
Oh, thank you, baby. Yeah, today, chapter 63, I'm very grateful that God has blessed me to see another year, and I'm thankful to be riding this train with you too, sir.
Yeah, right here at the Augusta Podcast.
Yes. Get Up Production, Augusta Podcast, a great group of people along with Raquel Gardner, our marketing representative. We're very blessed to have the community around us that has helped us because, Lord, we didn't know what we were doing.
Oh, no.
So we're forever grateful to you guys. Thank you all so much. Well, you know, September was Suicide Awareness Month.
Yes.
And suicide happens all throughout the year.
Unfortunately.
Yes, but it seems like when the season starts changing, depression really sets in. I'm not sure. But I do encourage the listening audience to please be sensitive to the people around you. Do not make fun of people, no bullying. You never know what a person is truly going through. So just care, okay? If you can't give a kind word, just don't say anything at all because you don't want to be the cause of that person going over the edge.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so as we're about to step into October is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so let's talk about awareness and in your own experience. For so long, I was not really aware of mental challenges. I made it into a religion personally and thought it was a demon, but everything is not a demon. Even in our journey of going to the counselor, unpacking, unraveling life and what may have happened in times past that you just don't address it. You put it on a shelf, but it ends up coming out later in life.
Well, I have to throw a horseshoe in that a little bit.
Okay, throw it.
Because you were taught that it was a demon. And often those stereotypes come from the church background. You see the films of the Catholic priest holding up the cross, and everything that's flying around is can be prayed out of you, or they can, how you say, almost exorcist it out of you. But mental health is something that often well hidden, is often scrutinized and try to put to shame. But there's no shame in saying that you need help.
I am very thankful that on our journey, you were able to come to me and tell me you needed help. And if the Lord had never revealed, I'm going to say God, because I didn't see it. You understand? You just kept going and kept going.
You wasn't supposed to see it because I hid it.
Okay.
The only thing that I could hide from you that you couldn't find.
Okay.
And often people are masters of what you don't want the others to see. And by having it, owning it, and you make it your own personal, not gift, but things that you don't want other people to know.
Is it a being embarrassed or being ashamed?
Traditionally, it's a shame. It's shame, and not traditionally is you kind of like have it your own personal award.
Okay.
Award because anything other than award, you push it away, but you take ownership of it to the point where it becomes like a normal thing, like a friend.
Okay.
That you can't stand to be around. It shows up when it's least suspected. It does things that you won't let you go. It does things that you are trying to be in the now of personal ownership. And therefore the struggle.
I was just looking in a story on Facebook where a mother of 4 at 23, and she had written in her last posting on Facebook how she wanted her children to be dressed at her funeral, and she killed herself. And I don't know this young lady or anything of that nature. You can only imagine she's 23 and she has 4 children.
Right.
And so I want to say for women versus men, I really got to learn a lot through our daughters, I'm going to say. I didn't know anything about postpartum depression, grief from the loss of a spouse. Don't want to know that. Okay.
Me neither.
But I was able to learn and be sensitive as a woman for both of our daughters. That was kind of the front row for my experience. For men, I see more men coming out saying that, I need help and I go to therapy. Can you share from your perspective as a man? Because you're that dude in my life. I'm gonna say that real strong. But hey, let's get it. Let's go. You ain't got time for that. Such. And then you came to a place in your life and you said, I need help.
Well, like most men, we get stereotyped. Get up. Go over there, you ain't hurt, shake it off. And it becomes a shield. It becomes your foundation. No matter how hard you hurt, you keep pushing on. And therefore, through life, you never get to know who you really are.
Okay.
Because you're that superhero, you're the villain, you're the boyfriend, you're the husband, and you are supposed to act a certain way. And therefore, when you're acting a certain way, you lose who you really are. Because you can take the most strongest guy, the biggest guy, you weigh 8 feet tall, 300 pounds or whatever.
Wow, 8 feet.
Yeah. Somewhere down the line, emotionally, when the body self, you cry. You really have feelings and you don't want nobody else to see it. It becomes your own red badge of courage. And once you are exposed like that as a man and you showing your inner self, your feelings, because most men I didn't have too many feelings and because I drowned them out.
Okay.
To the point where they didn't exist in my own mind. But after a while, when something real personal hit you, like the loss of my mother, it hit you, and you don't understand life. How anybody that did not know how to curse, but curse and never really did a real bad thing in their life that you know of, and all of a sudden they gone, or they suffer in a way that wasn't ideal. And you don't understand that you get mad at God, you get mad at yourself, you get mad at everybody around you, and then you just break down and cry.
What's the power of just crying as a man?
For me, it was the greatest relief I have ever felt in my life, because I could go to funerals and not cry. I was a stone mountain, but even a rock cry. That's what the scripture said. And once you got that release like that, and a man tried to deal with his emotions, because men does not do well with emotions, because they say real men don't cry. Yes, they do. And once they break down like that, I remember my daughter broke me down like a shotgun. I was getting ready to get deployed and all, and I was leaving, and my daughter came up to me. I think she was around about 4 years old, and she said, "Daddy, do you love me?" And I said, "Yes, baby, Daddy loves you." And she looked at me with her little eyes and a little bow in her head, and she said, "If you love me, why are you leaving me?" And I turned away to walk to the plane. I was crying all the way. She broke me down. I said, "Oh."
I believe God gave you girls to help you with your emotions too, because you shared with me how when we did have Nina, it helped you emotionally a lot.
Yeah, because I didn't have. Well, I didn't know I didn't have no sister, but
Hey, Joyce.
Yeah, hey sis, and mess around and with Nina. She did things that I didn't think little girls were supposed to do. She was rough, tough, and
you
all.
made her like that too.
Well, I was going by my own playbook.
Yeah,
because I didn't have no sisters living with me, and so I made her rough, and she went beyond my expectation in many things.
Beautiful daughter, very supportive. Both our daughters are very supportive in their positions, and I'm very grateful for both of them. I also wanted to hit on about women and mental health awareness for women. And I'm going to go back to the postpartum and how important it is. Because I want to say we was listening to something this morning. I heard it on, you was looking at Good Morning America.
Yes.
And they was talking about postpartum and the importance of the husband understanding that with the wife. And so you literally have to go and get some wisdom right after your wife has that child, because it can be a realm of emotions going on there. And you're kind of just thinking, and you correct me if I'm incorrect, you're like, you have the baby and get back to business. Am I right?
Well, the whole part of the matter is parents. That's the main focus right there, because they don't sit down with the kids and say, well, she's your mother is going through this period of time. No, they tell the kid, get over there and either sit in the corner or go out and play football or sit or go somewhere and be quiet, instead of explaining to them, because they are not too old to understand what's going on.
But I'm speaking in terms of the spouse, the husband himself.
He don't know.
Okay.
He don't know. He doesn't have a clue, because nobody tells him nothing.
But so again, and we didn't know that this term postpartum has been around for a long time, but that's not something we talked about.
Well, let me put it like this: I had it first.
What you mean you had it first?
I had postmortem first.
You didn't pronounce it right. Postpartum. You didn't have postpartum.
I knew nothing.
Right, but you didn't have postpartum because you didn't carry a baby.
But that's why I had it first, because I knew nothing. And everybody looked at me like I knew what to do.
You sound like little Richie talking about I was first.
Yeah.
But seriously, though, when it comes to your spouse, that's just like one of the brothers I remember, he was sharing when his wife was going through menopause. He had to go and read about it because she switched. And so I believe, I want to leave men with this, that when your wife things start changing, whether it's postpartum, whether it's, she's had hysterectomy, if she's had She's going through menopause. I can talk on menopause. Menopause is a real thing. I told you to go and read about it. I did. But I also had to go get some help myself. And so I encourage men to please do your homework research. You never, as a married person, you never stop studying. You're gonna be always in the classroom because this person is always changing.
Well, that's easier said than done because you just take, for instance, I put the men like this here. You got this brand new race car out there, and you got 10 different gears on this car to shift, and you're reading from a book. Now, nothing happens until you put the car in gear and actually going down the road. You're not going to remember which clutch or which shift you can do before you can get the fifth gear. You're going from first to fifth, and you got, you turn up the gears.
Okay.
Because you have no rhythm. You have no timing or feel in the fight to do it. Now you tell me to read about it. Okay, I just read about it, and it's not like I take this part and I put the wagon together and screw it in because everything else is written in Japanese. I have no physical understanding of what I just read.
And you wouldn't.
And that's the problem. Now I'm a robot trying to put together a emotional event, and the robot doesn't understand emotions. So right now, the time and place, the man feel like an idiot doing stuff, and that part, no matter what I do, isn't right.
No, and I had to tell you something this morning about me.
Yeah.
That you want to be a fix-it. You want to fix it, but it's not for you to fix. It's just for you to understand. And what I mean by understanding is, no, you're not going to know what it's like to be in menopause because God didn't design your body to be like that. However, you can go and read and study, get some form of clarity. You're not going to have the totality of it, okay?
Well, the man attitude is, I got my toolbox. I don't know which one to use. Do I use a screwdriver or do I use the wrench?
So what you do is study. I'm giving you some wisdom.
Okay.
You study and you look at your spouse. You study yours, not what someone else is doing. Now, you can take some wisdom from some other guys, like that brother shared with us how once he went and got some wisdom about what was going on with his wife with menopause, he was able to make a couple of suggestions to her. Now, it was totally up to her what she did with that. However, what I'm sharing is that don't get frustrated in what's wrong with her. Transparency that, if she doesn't want to be intimate, and well, intimacy doesn't always mean sex, but there's things that's changing in her body. And so in order to try to understand that, you got to talk with her. And you also got to go and do a little research. Now, it's just like you have an electric lawnmower. You've never had that before. So you've got to go and read instructions for that electric lawnmower to get some form of understanding. It's the same thing. It's just like what I had to learn with you when you came back from the war. You were not the same Eugene that left. And so I couldn't be like, what's wrong with you? You need to get it together. I
remember that conversation.
But I had to go get some wisdom. Just like when you retired from the military, I kept hearing that when they retired, now they're weird, they're strange. However, I had to talk to women that's been through it. You remember we went to our pastors and we got some wisdom. So you got wisdom on being a retiree. I got wisdom on being the spouse of a retiree. And so we was able to implement some things and get along better. Because first it was like, So, okay, but we're about to end session 1. But what's a closing comment you would give for October, well, the whole year could be Mental Health Awareness Month, but October.
Whole year.
Yes. But October is for us. And I want to say because the weather's changing and different things, like you share with me, you can tell when it's getting cold because your knees start bothering you.
Oh, yeah.
And so, so that could be certain things with people when certain times of the year happens. What would you say as a man that's taken the baton and gone to therapy and still go to therapy? What would you say to the audience?
I would say, men, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a lot of mistakes, and you're going to get frustrated, and you might say a couple of choice words, but in the long run, it'll make your family and home life better. To try to understand. You often tell me, listen and not respond.
Listen to understand and not respond.
See that? I got that wrong. See
That's
that?
okay. I got you.
But
Got
like,
you covered.
But like that, you must listen. And then when the understanding comes, it does not require your immediate response. It is not a video game. It's not the touchdown or the field goal or the last basket to win the game. You in it for the long run. And progress can be really slow. So it's something that men don't do well with patience. And to win the game, you have be in it for the long game, the long haul. It's no short victory. Okay.
I would like to give out a few references. We might end up doing this a little different because generally you give the ending and I'm giving the... So we never know who's listening. So these are some resources that's out here for you to get the help. There's a 988 hotline that offers 24/7 judgment-free support for mental health and substance use and more. So you can text or call or chat to 988. You can text hello to 741-741.
Hello.
That's free 24/7.
All right.
There's the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, NAMI. And you can go to their website and click on the state that you live in to get the help. They are worldwide. There is a Veterans Crisis Line that you can call. That's 1-800-273-8255 and press 1 for Veteran Crisis. There's a National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. That number is 1-800-273-8255. And please, if you can not remember any of these sources, remember, you are never alone. Call 911 and get the help that you need. Mr. Perry.
Well, in life, when you look in the mirror, and you must realize judgment isn't going to cure or what you thought, what you should have done, what you would have done, or who you followed. Who you listen to in your heart will determine your future. And in judging your life, you must ask yourself this question. If you can pull yourself from your body and you judge yourself, ask yourself this. Would you let you into heaven? This has been Young People Nation. And remember, there is always hope.
Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross. He the number one prospect. He the top boss. I was broke, I was empty. He the one that paid the cost. Really thought that I was cool. There was nothing like the Savior. Now it's time for the truth. The whole world been waiting. It's Young People Nation. 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 The whole world been waiting. Whatever you going through, I know what he gonna do. Don't matter the circumstance, we going back to the root. Keep going, let that seed keep growing. You need peace and we know it. Now it's time to live holy. Young People Nation, you know what time it is. Young People Nation, get ready, the time is here. Get ready, we vibing here. We about to let God in here. Young People Nation, it's Young People Nation. Yeah, do it for the heavens, you know where we going. Influenced by his love, you know we gotta show it. It's time to put the youth onto what God is doing. Cause I can tell you now, right now, that God is moving. It's Young People Nation.